Brexit Live. Because of the Australian deal, Boris ignored Gove's desperate pleas. Boris Johnson has ignored a cabinet backlash and thrown his support behind Liz Truss to press ahead with an ambitious zero-tariff trade deal with Australia starting today. The Prime Minister chaired a Crunch Cabinet subcommittee on Thursday to continue talks over the prospects of a lucrative deal that has so far heavily divided his cabinet. Mr. Johnson is said to have sided with International Trade Secretary Ms. Truss after ignoring the concerns privately expressed by Environmental Secretary George Eustice and Cabinet Office Minister Michael Gove. A government source told The Times, Johnson made clear he was with Liz on this. It was much more positive for her. I reckon all goods imported into this country should have the flag of the country of origin on the packaging so we know where it comes from. They put a lot of information on the packaging, except the country where it's from. For instance, if it's from the EU and it has the EU flag on it, we would then know it's inferior food and we leave it on the shelf. If it is from the US and it's beef, says we know it's probably hormone produced, so it stays on the shelf. If it's got the Union flag on it and is a product of Great Britain, we know it's safe and can support our own farmers. It must be easy to stipulate that if a country wants to export goods here, the goods have to have the country of origin on them or they can't export them here. Another inside source said Mr. Johnson had thrown his support behind Ms. Truss and wanted her to push for an ambitious free trade deal with Australia. The International Trade Secretary is due to speak to her Australian counterpart, Dan DeHaan, later today, having been handed the green light. The Prime Minister also reportedly spoke to Australian counterpart Scott Morrison about the possibility of a free trade deal between the two countries. One source told The Times the Australian Prime Minister has offered the UK complete tariff-free and quota-free access to his country's markets, but wants the favor returned. A deal with Australia would provide Australian food exporters with the same terms as those enjoyed by the European Union, and in an effort to calm fears over the impacts. A transition period of between 10 and 15 years could be in place before the zero-tariff regime kicks in. But this plan has faced a furious backlash from farming groups throughout the UK, who have warned their industry could be seriously undermined and see them struggle to compete with cheap imports. Despite this, Mr. Johnson is understood to be convinced the deal will provide Brexit Britain and its farmers with huge opportunities and is hopeful a deal in principle can be signed off before the G7 summit in Cornwall in 4 weeks' time. How do farmers cope with EU-Ireland produce today? Just phase out EU produce, reduce access to UK waters, and give them something to really gripe about, especially Ireland and France, who continue to issue threats to the UK almost daily. Australia offers a range of products and raw materials that will help boost the prosperity of the UK. Do you have the same opinion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section and we can discuss. I will continuously update the latest news in the next videos. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Thank you.